Yeah, this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections. Today I'm doing a inspection on a house in Granada Hills. It's slab and grade, and it was built in 1955. And very nice neighborhoods, cul-de-sac, not much traffic. Uh, it has a low slope pitch roof over the garage, and the material, it's got some exposed nails on the sides here. So this is where water can enter. And then you see there's these air pockets, so the roof material has not adhered properly. So there's probably with some repairs, maintenance repairs, you get a couple more years out of this roof here. And basically it wasn't installed properly at the time of installation. The little breezeway roof is here. These roofing has got bigger air gaps, and that's where that hole is, where the downspout is, and you probably want to reseal that as I can. So we're going to talk about the slope roof, the roof over your house. So on the north side of the house, on the west side, you can see the metal drip seals come loose, and the wood sheathing in that area is all deteriorated. And if you look at the rafters, how they come through the roof line, they're sloped to the outside. And I'm going to slowly bring the camera around to the other side of the house, and you'll see the rafters were cut into the house, so that eliminates any water falling on the rafter material or on the fascia material. So when you get the termite coming out here, we're going to have to replace some of the wood, and you may ask them to cut the rafters as they are on the east side of the house. We'll talk about the material used on the roof. It's a composition shingle, and typically has about a 20-year life on it. And you can see here they have the base felt materials exposed in many of these shingles. So the serviceable life, or the intended life of the roof, is at 0 years now. So it may not leak, but it's not intended to be that far gone. So as we go to the top of the house, the very top is called the ridge cap, and these are deteriorated, and these should have been replaced several years ago. You can see the materials damaged here. Now, most ridge caps will usually last about 8 to 10 years, and you replace those, then you get another 10 years out of the roof. In this case, they've never been replaced, so I would have them replaced tomorrow, and then possibly you can get a couple more years out of the sloped areas. As we go down, I'll show you some of the plumbing pipes. This brown hood thing is your ventilator for your kitchen, and down here you got the water heater vent pipe, and it's made out of a product called Transite. And I'm going to back up a little bit, and the satellite guy managed to bolt the dish and expose lag bolts so water can get in there. And when you get your main electrical panel upgraded, the way they anchor it to the roof will be gone, and this pipe here will extend higher, and the electrical wires will connect to the pipe up about 2 feet off the roof. And we're going to swing the camera around. You can see all the deteriorated shingles in this area, and bring the camera up to the AC unit. It's a 2009 it was installed, and it's a 3-ton unit, and the electrical conduit's worn. This is a weatherproofing covering that's worn. And the suction line here, the fat line of the AC, it's missing insulation. So you can see the insulation where it should look is down here. And it's been burnt by the UV ultraviolet rays of the sun. So we'll come over here and look at your chimney. And what you have here is some cracking in your chimney cap. You got it here. And in each corner of the chimney you have a rebar. And what happens, water will get down in there, rust the rebar, then blow out your bricks here. So you got a crack coming all the way down due to that. So maintenance should be always sealing the chimney cap. And then the flue, or the chimney of the interior of the chimney, is exposed bricks, and they have a term they use, it's called parging, and they put a layer of mortar over the bricks, so it needs to be parged. And we'll finish up here. You can see the ridge cap is deteriorated, and then this open area in the front of the house, you can see the peeling of the paint. And we like to keep everything painted so water doesn't get inside the wood. So there's some maintenance that needs to happen there as well. Now I want to bring the camera around and we'll talk about the driveway here. Also, gutters around on a roof is always a good investment. There's no gutters here. The driveway, it's asphalt driveway. It hasn't been recoated or resealed in years. So they have a process called slurry seal. They put sand in it and spread it around on top of the surface of the asphalt. And you want to do that every 5 years or so, and that'll fill the cracks. And it's a sacrificial deterioration. The sunlight will attack the seal rather than the base material. So again, this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-362-5578 or on the web www.ehomeinspector.com.